Hi class, I wanted to introduce chapter 4 just by talking about the basic rules of statistics. So rule number 1 is that if the probability of A is equal to 1, then A must occur. Has to. 100% is going to happen, right? And then conversely, if the probability of A is equal to 0, then A will not happen. 0% chance of that happening. Pardon my typo. And then rule number 3 is that if the probability of A, it has to be between, you guessed it, 0 and 1. Probability is never going to be less than 0 and never greater than 1. And then rule number 4 is that the sum of all the sample spaces, right? So sum of everything that happens within an event is going to equal to 1. We'll talk about that later. And then rule number 5 is that the complement of A this is all in your book, but I like to explain it, is all of the outcomes, they're not a part of event A. And then that can be expressed as, and I'm sorry about this handwriting. I don't have the best handwriting as it is, but this Apple Pencil makes it worse. So that is probability of event A, and then the probability of not event A. This little thing right here means not A, right? So the probability of events that are not A are going to be equal to 1, right? So that means that all of the events in a sample space are going to sum to have a probability of 1, right? So whatever is not A combined with A is going to be summed to be 1, or the probability of A, right, is equal to 1 minus the probability of something not being A. I hope this is helpful and not confusing things. I'm trying to take my notes that I would have written on the board and put these into like little snippets for you all. So I'll do a survey soon, and you can let me know whether or not you like them. And if you have any questions, you can always email me.